So project human resource management is again relatively easy. And what we're going to do is understand why project HR management is important, what is it, and then we have these 4 processes. So out of these 4 processes, plan HR management is in the planning, and acquire project team, develop project team, and manage project team. All these 3 processes in execution. So any guesses that why there is not even a single process in monitoring control here? Why this acquire, that is your build your team, do the training need assessment, and then manage project team is in execution? I mean, you will not get a question like this, but I'm just curious to know.
It should be there. Why it is not there? Because that is required in every each and every phase.
It is taken care by project manager. No, directly.
Go backwards.
Yeah.
Go backwards.
When you analyze the processes where we have a problem with the resources, you ask for a change request to change the resource.
Correct.
That's where it will come. That will only after doing the control. I mean after doing the check.
Maybe you are getting close to it, but
Any problems related to human or people will be resolved in the execution phases. So in the monitoring and control phase, it will not come that in
Key resources.
okay. So what we do here is we plan, then we execute, and then we monitor and control. What do we do in monitor and control? We check our actuals with plan, with reference to plan. We do the variance analysis. Okay. If there are any deviations, then we take the proper step. So what are the deviations? Deviations means things not going as per plan. Now when you look at the reasons for that, that could be coming from multiple places, multiple sources, and one of the source could be your human resource, isn't it? So after this, if there is a deviation here, so there are 2 ways of looking at doing things. First is take the corrective action. While the work is being done, identify that you have the right processes, right people, and right tool. Have you heard of this PPT?
Yes.
People, process, and tools. Okay. What we do in quality assurance? We check whether we have the right process and right tools in place. What do we do in this? We check whether we have the right people in place or not. If you do not have right process, if you do not have the right people, you will have the deviations. And when you have the deviations, you will again raise a request, you will change, and then you will go to re-execution. And when you do the re-execution, then we will ensure that we have the right people and the people are properly trained and they are capable of delivering the work result. Because it is the people who will have a major impact on the work that you are doing. Okay? And if people don't do their work properly, you will see the impact of that in monitor and control. Deviation from the plan. And then you will get back to your execution and you will make sure that you have the right people with the right training and right knowledge. That's why we need not to have anything in monitoring control for HR management. Isn't it? That work we are going to do here only in managed project team. So when we go to that, we'll see how we do this. So HR management is your how you're going to organize, manage and lead your team. Human resource, we talked about the activity resource requirement. That talks about your HR, your people, your raw material and your equipments. But here we are only and only talking about the people, the human resources. We will also identify what are the roles and responsibilities that we have in the project and what is the RAM matrix that we have, what is the RAM we have, what is the RACI matrix that we have, okay, and what is the project organization structure. So first we are going to do our plan HR management, and what we need here is we need to document, identify and document the roles, responsibilities, the skills needed, what is the hierarchy, what is the team structure, and create a staffing management plan. What do you understand by staffing management plan?
Resource planning.
resource allocation, isn't it? So we have the activity list, we know the roles and responsibility, and now we will start linking those names to the tasks. We will start allocating work to these resources. Okay. So what we do here in plan HR management is we will use our PM plan, activity resource requirements, because this will tell us how many resources with what skill set, what role needed for this activity, EEF and OPF. Okay. You know what is why EEF is here?
Let's say by staffing, we don't have the, there is a requirement of different technology which is not available, skill set, which is not available with the organization. So that is one of the.
Yeah, that could be one of the
Language
reasons.
factor.
But it's not very strong factor.
Yeah.
Language factor.
Working hours.
Language factor is working hours, but working hours will not calculate here. That is done in your time management already.
Like recently we had one requirement, and they asked to work on Thursday and Saturday and Sunday, Saudi Arabia.
Okay.
This-
Thursday, Friday is a holiday,
Yeah.
and Saturday, Sunday is working.
Sunday is working, so they asked for that. But we had to deny him. With critical situation, we can do that.
Correct. So enterprise environmental factor is associated with the organization guidelines. That okay, if you have a particular role, let's say finance controller, so the finance controller must be a chartered accountant, isn't it? If you are hiring a person for analyst position, he must be an MBA in statistics and analysis. He must have some minimum 5 years of experience, isn't it? So that will be a part of your enterprise environmental factor, and we are going to use our organization charts and position description. So when I say organization chart, it is the project organization chart. What are different positions we will have in this project, and what are the responsibilities that we will have. Networking, we will use our network, our human network, we'll try to find out the information from our peers, from our friends or associates in the organization. We will get to know about the organizational theory. That what is organization theory is, okay, so the customer is a regular customer, it's a regular client, and you will get hold of someone who has some past experience of dealing with the customer, and that friend says, man, the customer is a finicky customer. So you ensure that the person you are hiring for this particular position has all those required skills, isn't it? There may be some EEF says that okay, any person who is a graduate can be hired in this company. But organization theory may say that okay, you can hire a graduate, but for this particular position, you must use a person who has done MBA in marketing, MBA in finance, or some specific qualification. So any associated information prevalent in the organization will be part of your org theory, expert judgment, and your meetings. And the output is going to be your HR management plan.